camera is still smudged from when I spat all over it 2 weeks ago, and then I don't think I ever cleaned it off.
Yeah, probably, freak. Why is your shirt so dirty?
I was cooking.
I was cooking. What was you cooking?
I made breakfast. Well, it was kind of a take on huevos rancheros.
What's that?
It's
I don't speak Spanglish.
It's basically it's like farmer eggs, basically. So eggs is huevos, and then like rancher eggs, basically farmer eggs. To us white folk.
I don't think you can say folk anymore.
Folks out?
Yeah, it is. Genuinely, that's not a joke.
What about if I say folks with an X? White folks.
I don't think you're allowed to do that either.
I'm just waving like white folks. I'm the butt of the joke. It's okay. Or am I not? I don't. Just you tell me what I'm thinking, and I'll think it. Next time. This time. Right now. I'll do whatever I'm told to do all the time with no agency and no...
Fluoride in the water.
Okay. So yeah, I made the sickest Spanish rice or Latinx rice that I ever have been. And it was really yummy. And then I made some smushed black and red beans as the meat, sort of. And I put some serranos y un poco chipotles y I don't know how to say onion. Red onion. Onion. I love that. And I made from scratch tortillas, which is a cup and a third of a cup of bread flour.
Wow. Do you have the tortilla press?
No, I do it by rolling pin. They're so good. I need to make you. No, I like the rolling pin. I do kind of enjoy the process. It's fun. This podcast sucks now. I think when we got away from the we lost a member. Maybe we should address the elephant in the room or the lack thereof. Oh wait, Kelsey's here. Oh yeah, yo mama. So yeah, I think Daniel may have quit the podcast. Neither of us have had any communication with him in 2 or 3 weeks.
Well, I have. He just is selective.
I sent this text, and he didn't respond in the group chat.
Wait, okay, hold on. I didn't die though. Well, I told you, I think I have differing views.
All right, let's lead with this. Oh wait, weekly wrap up. My weekly wrap up is to filter the fluoride out of your water, and just remember to keep asking questions, guys, and do your own research. Is all I'm gonna say. It is kind of odd. Has basically everybody forgotten about COVID?
No.
At this point, no. Do people still talk about it and think about it? Really?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. I guess I'm not really seeing that.
Do.
Oh, okay. I guess I'm not seeing that in my sphere. I was just going to say...
But in like a way where they say COVID is over.
Oh, yeah. Okay, good. Or not good, but to my point, good. Which is just that our very short attention spans is that we could go through that and then a year and a half later be like, what was that again? Was that...
Oh my God.
When was that?
I was literally thinking about how like... awful and kind of traumatic that whole thing was, and just kind of being like, is my grandma gonna die? Is my mom gonna die? Am I gonna die?
Yeah.
And then getting it and being sick as a dog and being like, yep, this is the end.
I really thought I was gonna die when I got it.
Yeah, and thinking nothing's ever gonna go back to normal, and it didn't, because Walmart closes at 11 now.
I have no commentary, except that you should, be sure to get the debriefing documents of the
Fauci.
I'm not gonna say anymore. Ouchie.
All
I'm gonna say is that they call it for a reason. They call it the for a reason.
Good night.
They call it
I need to separate my views from this.
This is a comedy podcast. I'm playing a character. And that absolves me from any and all horrible opinions. Here's the problem. We would need more than 3 viewers to have it lead to anything. I think I had a dream, and I woke up from a dream where I thought the podcast had like popped off, and we'd gotten like 1,000 views on an episode, and I was like, oh, I can't wait to record. Oh wait, no, back to reality here. We have 3 viewers, and I want to kill myself, and I hate the podcast. Actually, that's not true. I love doing the podcast. I don't want to kill myself. Everything is pretty lit right now. I can't be goofing.
Can't be goofing. Your hair looks kind of nice.
Thanks. It's very long.
Yeah.
I showered. Normally I shower. You're going to love this. Normally I shower on Tuesdays and Saturdays.
Stop.
So now that it's warmed up a little bit, I have to shower a little more often. So that means I showered yesterday.
What's wrong with you? I do bare minimum, and that's every other day.
Yeah, I'm gonna go up to every other day now. But I started using. Natalie introduced me to this thing called magnesium. So you can spray.
Like you're taking it. Oh.
Magnesium. No, you spray it under your arms, and if you have very bad BO or just any BO, really, I had pretty bad BO, and then I started spraying magnesium under my arms because I'm deficient, as like over 50% of Americans are, and it literally takes your BO away. It seems like snake oil, but I can't deny the results. It literally takes your BO away. You almost don't even need deodorant after that. What was I saying?
I'll look into that. I take magnesium, but by mouth. Try
it, and then you can also use it kind of therapeutically. I think it works for like joint pain, and you can use it topically. So just anywhere you want to put it, you put it, and it chills you out too. That's the other thing I thought was going to be kind of placebo, is it relaxes you. A lot of people take a magnesium supplement before bed.
Oh, and I take mine during the day.
Oh, maybe that's okay. Then you might be used to it then. But yeah, I think having some magnesium spray is worth it. What was I going to say? F, man. I guess the takeaway is, right. Fluoride. Don't drink the fluoride. Do your own research.
You shower literally twice a week.
I shower now.
Disgusting.
Once every 2 days. I shower once every 2 days, and my hair's looking nice. Thank you. From last week's episode, from Delete Your Internet 2 weeks ago, ultimately, it's just fun to kind of air my thoughts and my opinions on this. Obviously, nobody's opinion matters. Nobody's opinion is going to change. I just thought it would be fun to kind of put that out there. Here's the ultimate takeaway. None of my business. What you do is none of my business. I think you should do what you know is right all the time, but a lot of people, I think, don't do what they know is right or wrong.
Okay, hold up. Actually, no, I just had a realization. Didn't I say to live for yourself last couple weeks ago? And you were like, no, the whole point is to live for the universe and the collective. And I literally was like, do what makes you happy, live for yourself.
Well, I can't. I just wanted to maybe put the bug in people's ear a little bit. Ultimately, I as an epic libertarian, neo-fascist, anti-Republican.
Oh.
What's the difference, honestly? Yeah.
Grazie.
Ultimately, I think, yeah, your liberties to choose and to do so are far more important than me telling you what I think. But I'm also happy that I get to say that. But ultimately, it's none of my business. I think once you start developing opinions on anything and expressing them in any sort, I felt worse once we had finished recording. I felt worse after having said all of that and put that out there. So sort of in like a microcosm, I think it's putting your opinions out there, and knowing that nothing's knowing in the back of your mind, nothing's going to come of it.
It's nice, isn't it?
It's
yeah. Knowing you have no impact on the world whatsoever.
Yeah, sure.
I'm just living my life. I'm a little bug in a terrarium.
That's probably the correct takeaway, yeah. Also, I realized I cut you off a lot in that episode. I apologize. You cut me off
all the time.
I didn't even realize I was doing it. I thought we were having a pretty good back and forth during. But, fellas, maybe that's something we could all work on a little bit.
If it makes you feel better, I don't notice. Maybe I'm just so used to it that everyone cuts me off.
Let's weigh all the factors too. I'm also the older sibling.
Yeah, so
you need to yield to me.
I'm the favorite too, so I think
I have more practice at talking because I started talking at a very young age. You took a little longer to get there, and you're younger. So they put
the wind would blow and you would go mute. You'd go, Mama, make the wind stop. I'm scared.
Mama,
there's a tornado coming.
Is it meant to tornado today? Mama,
is it meant to tornado?
Mama, shall we take heed in the basement? Pray to the
in the cellar.
Pray to Christ.
To our Lord. Pray to Christ. He bringeth another day.
Exposure therapy. We were out in the Chapman tornado.
So, I don't want to talk about that. That was real trauma.
It was a cycle. It started at the movie Twister. I was certain I was gonna die in a tornado.
God. Did we live the same life?
I think we may have. That movie's so scary.
It is. I was genuinely terrified of that. I used to have nightmares. Nightmare.
Apartment. Okay. Let's take right now. Well.
Oh no! Hold on. So. The thing Brandon was trying to get to is that your opinions, nobody gives a shit about anyone's opinion but their own, and that's how it should be, because you're the most important person in your story. As long as you're not hurting other people, then do you.
Yeah, I would agree with that. As long as
you're not hurting yourself too, do you.
That's the problem, though. I do think you are, but that's not for me to...
Well, yeah, that's not...
I guess I could say it's my podcast, but the fact that I even think that... You and me, 50-50 partners, right?
Kelsey.
That's what you said. 50-50 partners.
So I went to the bank
Jesse.
to cash in all my coins.
Yeah.
And guess how much it was?
How much?
$148.
Dollars worth of coins?
Yeah.
Disgusting. Ew.
Someone's in my driveway. Hold up a second.
Heavy.
It was, because I had
Keep talking to Steven.
One of those, like, wafer things. You know what I'm talking about? Or wafer things?
No.
It's like a metal can.
Okay.
But yeah, that's what I had it on.
Wow. You're lugging it. The bank's like, oh my god, what is this?
Yeah, they're like, that's a lot.
You're like, no.
I was like, yeah.
Oh my god. Wow, look, you have like $100 more now, Steven.
Yeah.
Don't you feel good? All those coins you weren't going to use, now you can use. Because it's on a little plastic card.
Yeah.
See? Don't judge in here, it's disgusting. I'm going to clean today. Stop looking.
Who are you talking to?
Brandon. Yeah, she's bad. We're doing our podcast.
Did I interrupt?
No, he's talking to someone in his driveway.
Jesse! You need to listen to me. Jesse, please, listen.
Jesse. Well, yeah, congrats, bye. Congrats.
They know my name. They're gonna know. You need to call them.
Who's in your driveway?
I guess there's a plumber or something, but I just see this huge trailer, like over the fence, over the tall fence. I can see this huge trailer. What?
They're working men. They're blue collar.
No, I know, but he came into the yard, and I think he talked for a second. But Natalie's not here, so I don't know who he's talking to.
Stop. He's out there talking to himself.
I guess. I don't know.
I feel that, man. I feel that.
All right, sorry. We're at a crossroad right now. We can go the road less traveled by and make the worst podcast you've ever heard, which is every podcast you've ever heard. Or
I know. Where's our good podcast? Dude. Yeah. What are you doing?
You got sunscreen?
Yeah.
Can I use some?
Yeah.
Hold on.
Give me a second.
Dang, maybe we do need Daniel.
Why? No, we don't.
So I can talk to him when you're getting interrupted.
Just leave it on the table. Oh! Okay, I'm back. Sorry, baby needed sunscreen.
You can do this. You unlock the right to do this kind of stuff at around 80 episodes. You can turn the podcast into just whatever. We're working on I haven't counted, but I don't think we're above 50 yet. We still have a way to go before we can turn the podcast. That one time Daniel and I just tried to record and we took What Bread Are You quiz. I didn't post that episode because I thought it would be better off that we didn't post anything for the 4th week in a row. We missed like a month of uploading. We recorded an episode and I said, no, we're not posting this.
Okay, let's focus then. Which travel do you want to road? Done.
Psychotic. I want it to get... It's better that way.
Psychotic? I
want to go psychotic a little bit.
You want to see? I'll show you crazy.
Okay, I've seen this before.
I've heard this before. Before the plate hits the wall with the spaghetti on it.
Oh, my trauma. Can we talk about no victim mentality? You need to get this victim mentality. If you're talking to yourself, the past is not real. The past is not happening right now.
Okay.
The future has not happened.
This is psychotic.
So it's not real. All that we have is the present. There's a reason they call it the present, because it's a gift. And if you're talking to yourself and if you're limiting yourself, you're holding yourself back. If you're calling yourself a victim of any circumstance, you're holding yourself back. Fix it, child. No victim mentality. I won't allow it. Excuse limit, goose egg, 0.
I think some people are dealt really bad hands, and therefore it affects their life, and I think that they can be sad about that.
And I think that some people, and don't take this the wrong way. I'm trying to do like a puppet dance, like a skeleton. So don't take this the wrong way. Does it look like I have angel wings, kind of?
No.
And I think some people use their own baggage as a limitation for yourself. So fix it.
I think it's very privileged to say because you were never.
I don't want to talk about privilege.
Even beaten. Shockingly, you guys, let's put it out there. We weren't beaten. Brandon, were you spanked?
I wish I had been.
I always told everyone you were spanked because I thought I remember you getting spanked once.
I thought I did too, and then I got gaslit to be told no.
I'm pretty sure you were spanked once because I was there for it because I thought I was going to get spanked next and I was
now
scared.
My hair is fully slicked back. That doesn't look good.
Name slant back.
Whatever. I don't care. I've moved past it. I just, you know how? Because I don't think about it.
That's not.
Let's pivot. Can we pivot? Bad advice. Listen, I'm here. My self-improvement, here's where I flourish, okay? And not everyone's going to agree with this, and not everyone's going to be on board with this. I don't give a. My self-improvement lies in self-empowerment, okay? If I feel as though I can conquer the world, then the world will be conquered. If I feel as though I cannot conquer the world, then I don't know. I couldn't think of anything fast enough. I didn't drink much coffee today.
Genuine question. Do you experience mania?
Mania? You talking to me? Who's going manic, yeah? Goddess mania?
Okay, never mind.
Listen.
I disagree. I think you can, understand the hardships you've had in life, and
hey, guess what? If you
know
disagree
that you've
with
grown
me,
from them and see that as an accomplishment, and also kind of be sad for the part of you that did go through that. I'm not calling it a victim mentality, but okay, honestly, no. If I got shot, I would be a victim.
But most people haven't been shot, but they act like they have been.
Okay, if I got... Never mind. Okay. I see where you're going. I see.
I guess all I'm saying is, if you don't like the words, then just turn it off. And I'm not trying to attack anybody. And even if I was... Okay, I'm psychotic. What do you... I'm crazy. I'm a crazy person. Okay? What was that? Shake it off and stomp on it. What was that?
You ever rewatch this and you're like... Who
I do
is
this
person?
podcast only for myself, dog. I want to be able to look back on it and just to laugh, and that's all it's
I do
for.
it for my siblings.
That's
which
you're gonna save. Are you gonna save me? What?
no, I mean I like spending time with my brother.
I low key miss this part when if I'm not experiencing winter hibernation sleepies. I love doing this podcast. Truly.
Truly.
There was a minute there I thought we were gonna have to cancel the pod. I'll be honest. Where I was
I
so
know.
hibernatory, I was like, we gotta. Never mind. I told you guys that. I was like,
We
we
just
might need to put
do
this
it when we're-
hiatus.
We're strong.
I know.
And energized. And the summer is almost here. It's basically here. It's 90.
Hey guys, it's me, Dream.
I'm-
And to answer your question, what's gotten into me is sobriety, Kelsey. So it's okay.
I don't know if it's
What?
sobriety
What have you heard?
Or the breakage of.
Who broke on April 28th, 2023? Couldn't be me.
I don't know. I've just heard things.
Bro, my hand is truly burning. I cooked with some hot peppers. Actually, I realized later it was steam
Make sure you
burns.
rub your eyes. It's a neutralizer.
It's like burning my skin.
Milk of.
I was like warming up some butter and like it had fully melted, and I dumped my chipotles y mis serranos y whatever else I was cooking with. And I dumped them in there, and I got a whiff, like a big whiff, and it was like being pepper sprayed. Have you seen that where they use that? It's like a riot control device where it's like it pulses like electromagnetic, like heat or whatever. It's not electromagnetic, but
No,
they
that's
pulse some
really
sort of
scary,
ray,
though.
but you can't see it. But everyone feels like an oven has just blasted them, but plus
That
like
sounds
20%.
torture.
And you just see these people go like, and they're like trying to get out of it. I remember seeing that on like the History Channel or something. That's what it felt like.
That's
it was
cute.
like I put my mis peppers in there, and I got like blasted with like pepper spray smell, and I was like, oh!
Yeah.
I got to be honest with you guys. I broke my sobriety. I needed to try it out. It's not worth it. Once you haven't had nothing, and then you try to drink half a bottle of wine and one beer, you just get tired. You just get sleepy. It's no fun. So I'm back. I'm back to being a role model for everybody.
You said you did a build your own 6-pack.
No, I went to the build your own 6-pack section and picked out 2 of the most expensive ciders that they had.
I was gonna say you still have 4.
Because I did that classic wet brain alcoholic talk where I was like, oh, I've been. It's been like a month. Okay, it's been like a month. So I think I can.
That's so sad. You're just getting so boring. I need messy, Brandon.
Can't be, because I've cut out all victim mentality. I've cut out all chemicals, toxic metals, and fluoride from my. Here, if you want this, here's all I need to say. So sodium fluoride. You can go to Wikipedia, okay? This isn't me. Don't hate me. Hate Wikipedia, you guys. This is going to be the fluoride episode. Search fluoride. And it's spelled funny, too.
Fluoride.
Yes. If you they put, I think it's called sodium fluoride into the water, and they get sodium fluoride, and I know this doesn't necessarily mean anything. They get salt by digging in the ground. Does that mean you should go eat dirt, or you shouldn't eat dirt?
Dirt, salt.
They get the chemical additive or whatever. They trap. I need to make sure I get the exact word correctly. I thought this was a lie. I thought I was on the wrong side of. So I had to reinstall reuse DuckDuckGo so I could get some answers because Google wasn't taking me anywhere. So I re-changed back to DuckDuckGo, and I found a website called fluoridealert.org, and they had this really informative video about how it's made It's a byproduct from fertilizer production. And I was like, You guys, I'm not on the right website right now.
Definitely.
Okay, well, do you call Wikipedia? Dude, Wikipedia is the most blue-pilled. They included quotes about how good fluoride is and what's supposed to be an objective. Like, you don't need to be telling me that fluoride is good for me when I'm reading about it. Like, why are you saying that it's good for me? I'm just trying to get facts.
That's a little biased.
I think it reads a little biased, but so I was like, okay, fine. Well, what does Wikipedia say? And it's made in like phosphate fertilizer production as a byproduct. When they're, the smoke clouds that come out of fertilizer factories, they collect that smoke, and then they use hydrofluoric or possibly a hydrofluoric acid to denature part of it, and then the chemical that comes off of that is like sodium fluoride, and that's what they add to the water to keep your IQ low and your testosterone low, and to keep you stupid and docile and neutered.
Okay. Good night. You had me until
it. Okay, 0.5 milligrams is shown. Watch the Andrew Huberman podcast. He's a neuroscientist at Stanford. Heard of it much? Okay. Watch his podcast, and he said that 0.5 milligrams of fluoride is enough to notice endocrine disruption, epinephrine, norepinephrine disruption, your thyroid, impaired thyroid function at 0.5 milligrams. And we in Douglas County, at least, they add 0.7 milligrams per liter, and I'm drinking like 3 to 4 liters of water a day.
Well, what am I supposed to do?
You're supposed to, apparently, you can't opt out. You can't ask them not to put it in there because there's no option.
Exactly. So what am I supposed to do?
You're supposed to apparently buy a $150 fluoride filter so that you can get that good, clean, safe water.
Did you do that?
Not yet. That's why I can't think. That's why my brain broke. And here's my anecdotal evidence of this. So growing up, oh wait, no, I figured out why this wasn't accurate. Never mind.
Well, let me hear it.
Do I look like a toad? No, I realized there was a missing piece.
You have 2 little patches in your beard, and they look like teeth.
I realized there was a piece of the puzzle I was missing, so I can't really use that argument. I want to hear your side of the iDubbbz thing now. Before we get kicked out. These podcasts just go way too fast. And you know what? Weirdly, now that Daniel's not here, I think I could maybe do another hour.
I can't. I need food. No, I think... I don't know. When he was talking, I thought his argument just was valid. That, hey, man, don't call my wife a... And we're also doing a podcast for charity, so, don't be getting people riled up. Also, the fact that he got to keep the $15,000 and not fight, I mean... Sounds like he got off pretty good.
That's
okay, fair. Brandon, if someone... I'm going to say it. I'm going to bring your wife into this. If you were throwing an event... If you were throwing a birthday party... And you invited someone to the birthday party to perform.
Try to change as little as possible because there's a lot of moving parts, right? He has a lot of old off fans who think that he changed just because kind of the social climate and social politics have changed in that same amount of time that he got a girlfriend who was also in line with kind of the popular politics and things. And so he has a lot of people who feel like
she didn't have anything to do with that. So
it doesn't matter.
Like, are you just going to be like, he's lying? You're lying.
No, I'm saying that
you can't tell him how he feels, though. Like, he changed as a person, and he said it wasn't because of Anissa, so...
I'm not saying that. I'm saying that this... I think the best point that I made when we were texting about this is just that it's all about the optics, and if he wants to walk away from this situation kind of as a winner, trying to convince people that Sam Hyde is a jerk... And trying to convince people that his wife didn't change him is not going to work, because they've already made up their mind, on that. Like, that is long gone, and he can, as much as he wants, say, look at the terrible, terrible things that he said, and all of his fans and supporters are assholes. And people are going to hear that and say, well, I find Sam Hyde funny. That was kind of a BS thing to do, but that's just Sam. He's already lost the argument. Now he's exacerbated. He's thrown even more fuel on the fire by continuing to fight this. It's literally a non-winning battle, because it's not based on like actual people like trying to win an argument. It's people trying to throw like fallacy after fallacy at people. Like, you're not trying to win a battle, and as long as you're staying engaged, or maybe he is. I mean, just, I don't know. I didn't find his arguments to be super effective necessarily. Mainly just that he didn't bring anything new to the table. The best thing, and I told Natalie this because we were watching a like iDubbbz has changed compilation before we recorded. I thought the best thing that he did was to own up and be like, yes, the reason that Crispy was kicked from the event is because he associated with Sam Hyde. And I was like, yes, okay, he's drawing a line in the sand. Let's go. Like, because a lot of people were like speculating, and then he goes on to say, like, the reason I didn't talk about it before was because I didn't want to take away from the event. To me, that's kind of where it started to go wrong a little bit too, because if that wasn't clearly kind of laid out, and I know, it doesn't matter though. I know, but it doesn't matter though. If that wasn't clearly laid out beforehand, people observing third-party viewers are going to say, well, if you didn't say explicitly beforehand, then how is he supposed to know?
Yeah.
So, man. So, by not saying that a little bit earlier, both to Froggy, Krispy Kreme, and by not kind of addressing it at the time, he left too much. Again, it's all about optics and it's all about timing. He left too much time in between that and now for people to kind of just like fester and get like real nasty and really like go off and be like, so many people have said it's because of the Twitter fight with Anissa's mom, and so many people have said it's because he fully let Crispy control the narrative, and Keemstar and Sam and whoever else have like fully controlled the narrative for the past like 4 weeks, that now coming back and to be like, listen, it was because of this and because I don't like the guy. Oh my God. Like how stupid and unaware and tone deaf that looks when you're trying to convince people like not to like the Marvel supervillain. People always like the Marvel supervillain. There's always going to be Doc Ock fans. There's always going to be Thanos fans or whatever, like it's just the way people are. This isn't real life. To him it is, but to us this is just watching a super villain like do his thing, and to watch this dude like flounder over and over again, and then people are going to continue poking the bear. And like I just feel like he went about his argument in a really bad way, and not just I don't know. I feel like he missed a few key timings of things. And then he's still being a little too wishy-washy, too. Yeah. Which we'll see. People are saying he's going to make a content cop on himself soon. And, like, I could see that happening. And I think that's going to not go over very well. Because then it's also because what we talked about last week with, like, your narrative is your truth, is your, like, reality is your experience, to see the person who once said things that you agree with, and then like just a few short years later totally 180 and be like, I don't agree with these things anymore, and then to insult people who are coming after him rightfully or wrongfully. People are going to see that and be like, this dude's corrupting my narrative and I don't like him anymore, and now not only do I not like him, I hate him actively, and I'm going to do everything that I can to like ruin this kid's day, because it's not real life. It's just the internet, Yeah. Sorry, that was way too much, but I just...
Oh, you're good. So what I will say is, I do think when he showed the text, he definitely, like, about when, like, Froggy was like, can you just give me a yes or no? Can I work with this person? And he would not, like, give him a straight up answer. And he just kind of was like, I just wish you'd see how I felt, blah, blah, blah. He should have, drawn the line there and been like, explicitly, you cannot work with him or you will be kicked. But I will say, I feel like Ian, which he kind of talked about this, is he is very new to like being vulnerable and like setting boundaries and like talking about his emotions and so I don't feel like that's like fully developed and he understands how to go about that without people off, because I think now he does give a shit about people's opinions, whether that's right or wrong, whatever, but I think he's trying to like still figure that all out, that, like, how to be vulnerable and talk about his feelings and also not get called like a little bitch, and take that personally. And obviously he is still taking it personally, because it's hard to be vulnerable and not be vulnerable, you know?
Yeah, a lot of his stuff does just read as kind of like very insecure, and like you can almost physically see him squirming as he's trying to like work his way out of this. And
yeah, exactly. Yeah. And so I'm not saying, you know, that he did his argument perfectly, but I think that he is trying to like share his feelings and and like when people like don't do that the way he wants, I think he freaks out and goes into like, you know, like, okay, let me defend myself mode.
And that's the problem with the internet. Like, you can't stay on being in, you know, public facing or a celebrity or whatever you want to call it. Like, you can't stay in the in people's like high regards forever. You know, eventually something's going to catch up to you. And he went from being a generally well-loved, and I'd say kind of effortlessly too, just by being himself, effortlessly kind of grew to be loved by a bunch of people, kind of as like a no BS kind of guy. I'm going to say it how it is. And a lot of people latched onto that. And there's the problem, right? You have hundreds of thousands of eyes on you, if not millions of eyes on you. And then you go from that to being like, any waiver at the moment you sigh before you say what you're about to say, you may as well have, you would have been better off just deleting your online, deleting your internet. And because that's just the nature of the beast. I feel like, you know, you're not going to get a bunch of, and that's the thing. Who is leaving these comments? It's 13-year-old kids, dude. Like, stop trying to win over 13-year-old kids. Like, that's the thing. And I think people just lose perspective at like really important parts. You know, there's like, people already kind of didn't like Anissa and like, you know, like the DM leaks and stuff of like, and again, you can't use that in a court of law, whatever, but people still take note of those things. They already have kind of a preconceived, like, in this situation, she is the third supervillain, you know, or the second, but the one that nobody likes. Exactly. Yeah. So like, it's easy to
have a problem with Anissa. I will say.
And I don't think anybody should. I think that if you have an opinion on her, you don't know these people.
Yeah, exactly. I don't really have a problem.
You're worse off for having any sort of positive or negative thoughts about these people. They're just people, dude.
Exactly. Sam Hines is a troll. Froggy is Sam Hines sucker.
Dude, the stuff he was saying about him,
the best comedian in the world. And Anissa and Ian are just trying to like be married and put on a show, and they don't really have that ability to deal with like trolls.
Yeah. Also, we're gonna get kicked here in a minute. Let's come back in and finish this off.
Okay.
Actually, I'm just gonna kick this now. You didn't stop your audio, did you?
No.
You're not very good at that.
No. Well, that's because I wasn't putting any effort. Okay. Hi. The amount of times I've done that, you don't understand. Hi.
Okay. I'm gonna leave that in. That's funny.
I think I think it's just them yeah, like you said, poking the bear, and they just can't deal with that. But I understand, like, this is like their passion project. And so when someone tries to ruin that, it's like you're gonna get very sensitive about it. But it's also like, well, then don't run a show with a bunch of, people that maybe don't have the same views as you, knowing that some stuff like this might go down. And also, just a few years ago, you had the same opinion, so you can't even really, that's a bit hypocritical to people for doing what you used to do.
Yeah.
I understand. I'm just saying, I understand both sides. And I don't know, I think he gave a little bit of clarity of where he was, even if he didn't go about it the right way, is what I'm saying. And Sam Hyde is Sam Hyde. He'll always be like that. Froggy's always gonna be like that, like, yeah. So.
Yeah.
Sam
I think
someone else
something you said earlier, you were just talking about he's just new at this. Like, there's no way to, he just along the way, I think he handled some things wrong, and then
I agree.
Maybe not.
I'm not saying his argument was.
No, I'd say it was
tight.
wrong to not. Maybe not wrong. He's within his right to do it this way, but I think it played out worse off that he didn't get on the phone with Frogbert and say, I am going to drop you from this event unless, or tell someone else to go tell him that. And then it comes out the other side. Ian's a whatever.
Yeah.
Like, he threatened to drop me if I kept working with Sam Hyde. I think that's a better outcome, because then it's like, okay, well, then release this exact same video and it plays out very differently. It's like, look at the things that Sam was saying. This is like, and I wanted to do this privately. I didn't think this should be aired out in public, but he needed to say, you are going to be dropped. Final warning. Yeah. Does he need to actually do that? IRL, real world, like professionalism? Probably not. I don't think so. But to win the war, I don't know what to call it, the optics war, whatever, to come out on the other side as a winner, he kind of missed out on doing that. He also missed out on not fully addressing. He should have either said nothing at all, or he should have just said fully, like, or had someone, you can pay someone to, you could chat GPT out a statement, about like, this is the reason Froggy was dropped. I apologize. More information to come, please. More information to come at this time, shortly after, following the event. Say all that, say as much as you need, but by kind of doing this, like, he let people go crazy again when it was like, for a number of infractions upon the contract, it's like, okay, but then you don't say, hey, you gotta tell us, you gotta keep us in the loop, man. And it's like, it doesn't matter whether he does or does not owe anybody a explanation. It's like, he's not meeting this whole situation on reality's terms, I
agree with that.
And the other thing that you said, just to go from someone who was so well loved and could not, like, literally untouchable, it seemed, he was the Chad of YouTube up until like 2017 or whatever, to go from that to faltering even a little bit, not faltering. I'm just saying, in his reactions, I think people have, this is my speculation, and this is where you should turn off the podcast right now. But I think people have sort of a built-in BS detector where we're really obsessed with making sure that the music that we consume is free of industry plants. We want to make sure that people who got a small $1 million loan from their parents are not successful. We want to make sure that people who kind of change up and bend with the wind in social politics, and I'm not saying that's what is happening, I have no opinion, but I think any way you want to say it, people have a built-in sort of BS detector where they can tell where people aren't being honest and aren't being genuine to some degree. And then I think that no matter what, they think that their BS detector is correct all the time, so they sense that he is not being real, that he's been changed, whatever. Maybe he has changed, maybe he hasn't changed. And our BS detector that functions with like 70% accuracy some of the time, on a good day is like 70% accurate. They are like looking for things to, and maybe he is, maybe he did just totally get manipulated and Yoko Ono'd and whatever. Like,
I don't think so.
It doesn't matter though.
Yeah, it's not our marriage.
Yeah. Man. So, I don't know.
Yeah. I mean, I will say the good about this is you need something to crash and burn for you to fix next year. So next year's Creator Clash probably won't have this drama. Also, I think it probably brought a lot more attention into Creator Clash when there's drama. Yeah. Sam Hyde got his haha funny chuckles, he got some good content. I think everyone got good content out of it at the very least. Yeah. Even iDubbbz, that thing probably has millions of views. It's all it's a net gain for everyone.
But at what cost? It's the cost of your reputation, your sanity, your marriage, your whatever. Is it worth it? Probably not. Daniel's about to get into the meeting, guys. And on that note, how long have we been recording at 1:00?
Probably since the
months and months and months, right?
Yeah. I think after the first 10 episodes we started.
You know what it was? It was the time change. And I will say, I took the time change a little harder than usual this year too. But I think the time change messed Daniel up fully.
We'll get him next week.
What do we say? What do we say to him? He says he's about to be do we say we're wrapping? That's okay. That's okay, bud. We're wrapping up.
Yeah, update it. We're wrapping up. Be ready for next week.
I don't want to text him. He likes you more than me. Anyway, so Kelsey, you really are the glue that holds this family together. I hope you know that.
Because I'm a little sweetie pie.
I can't wait to hang out with Kirsten.
Really?
Yeah.
I'm going to tell her that. She's going to... She wants to hang out with you so bad.
I want to hang out so bad.
Oh my god. You know what she said? She said... I did not realize Brandon and I had such similar opinions about things. She's talking about you, craving cigarettes and calling them sticks. And she said, maybe I was best friends with the wrong cousin, is what she said.
There you go. I've always felt a bit of a kinship to her.
Yeah, you should. I think y'all are pretty similar.
Kashan's too cool. Steven has... Okay, Daniel's in the meeting.
Oh,
I'm letting him in.
Okay.
Womp.
This is unprecedented.
Daniel prediction. Womp.
Sean's too cool. Steven is... Steven.
Well, no, I was just going to... before I was so rudely interrupted by...
Steven's sensitive. He's my little boy.
Well, no, Steven's just... His tastes are a little too eclectic, I feel.
Yeah, it's like horror.
Yeah.
Which I've gotten into recently.
Yeah, I can only get into the very, very...
The camera angle. Hello? Why I not hear you guys?
It's because your headphones aren't in.
Because your brain's not screwed on right.
Clean the corn out of your ears.
Clean the corn out of your ears. I feel like this is what Dad looks like when he's looking at a VCR he's about to fix.
POV, the VCR.
POV, the is off. The VCR is still broken.
I think my mic has been falling slowly this whole episode.
I've been sweating.
Daniel just left. He's back.
No. Brandon, do men... Hello? Can you hear?
He's connected to audio.
Can you hear? That face says it all.
Hello? That's so weird. You're really loud.
What,
try the volume knob on the side. See if that'll...
Click that up. Click your volume up.
Are they plugged in? Is it plugged into the wall?
I'm going to buy him a webcam. So
is the power on? If Daniel had a webcam, we wouldn't even need to record audio.
Yeah.
Maybe we should invest. Yeah. Should we go 50-50, Kelsey Jones?
On a webcam.
For Daniel?
It can just be a crappy little webcam.
That's what mine is, yeah.
Yeah.
Because then we wouldn't even need to record audio. He could just audio into the Zoom. I think
it's time. Since I didn't get taxes taken out of my last paycheck, I can afford that.
That's okay. We're done anyway, Daniel.
Yeah, we're wrapping up. You're an hour late.
I'm gonna say siblings in name only discuss the iDubbbz creator clash, Fluoride in the Water, featuring special guest Daniel Jones.